You know, I'm following up on this topic because maybe I'm wrong. And that's what we're going to do here. We're going to phrase this. We're going to frame this whole video that maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong on this, and that's okay. Correct me. Enlighten me on this, okay? Inform me on this. They say there is this war against anime and manga, and Visa's part of it. Visa's trying to censor anime. Okay. There's an article here we can take a look at. Head of Visa Japan proudly admits to bullying retailers into censorship on the name of brand protection. Okay. All right, let's look at this. The world's most hated payment processor has returned to the spotlight this time. However, neither Visa nor MasterCard has coerced another Japanese retailer into removing contentious adult stuff to conform to their global guidelines. Instead, Visa's Japanese subsidiary, Visa Worldwide Japan Co., has made headlines for a different reason, holding a press briefing to outline its ambitious expansion strategies within the country. The event, as reported by Impress Watch, highlighted Visa's plans to further entrench itself in Japan's evolving cashless economy, addressing both opportunities and challenges in the market. During the Q&A session of the briefing, Visa Worldwide Japan's president and representative director, C10 Kitney, okay, all right, SK, we'll just call him SK, I guess, addressed a question about the increasing unavailability of Visa on sites offering adult content legally permissible in Japan. Here's the guy. He does look kind of like a super villain. Yeah. Okay. And remember, in my previous videos, I was like, if you show me that there is this effort to censor and it was actively like, okay, they're going after all of it, I would definitely eat my words and I would definitely change my stance for sure. So I am open to change my stance. Let's continue on. SK explained that while Visa strives to facilitate legal and legitimate purchases whenever possible, there are instances where a company must restrict usage to protect the brand. I mean, there could be times where companies may want to sell something that would be illegal. I try to. Whatever. Let's not worry about that, I suppose. Let's not ask any questions about that. He elaborated that there are complex decisions influenced by both global and local policies and emphasized the importance of maintaining sincerity and integrity in their practices. SK remarks indicate that Visa has no plans to revise its current stance on the matter, reaffirming the company's cautious approach to controversial content. Visa has not provided detailed clarification on the global and local policies influencing the decision to restrict transactions of adult content, but the pattern of its actions reveals a consistent trend. Both Visa and MasterCard, which together hold a near duopoly in global payment processing, have increasingly imposed restrictions on Japanese content platforms hosting adult material, citing brand protection and policy alignment as reasons. In Japan, Visa leads the credit card market due to its widespread merchant acceptance and international appeal, closely followed by MasterCard with Japan's very own JCB in third. So I heard otherwise, but you can let me know. However, these companies have drawn criticism for pressuring Japanese platforms to censor or remove adult content under threat of losing their merchant processing capabilities. High-profile examples include Melon Books, Manga Library Z, Den Passoft, DL Site. And I want to say some of these sites, I don't know about all of them, but I know some of them did have what you would call lolicon and shotacon content. Someone asked me in the comments section, or told me in the comments section, that first they come for that stuff, and then they come for everything else. Look, man, I don't like censorship, but I don't know about I don't know about um, dying on Lolly Hill. Okay, I don't know about that. Actually, that's not something that interests me. Okay, but maybe there's more to this. We'll find out. The crackdown has sparked a backlash both domestically and internationally as payment platforms target merchants centered on self-published works, and fan art disproportionately impacts niche creators and jeopardize artistic freedom. Okay. Notable voices in your Automata creator Yoko Taro have called out the practices as dangerous, warning that these threaten the freedom of expression by forcing content creators and platforms to conform to external moral standards. Okay. The controversy underscores tensions between the global corporate policies and Japan's distinctive cultural and legal environment, with many viewing the payment processor's actions as overreach under the guise of protecting brand integrity. Because Visa and MasterCard specifically target Japanese retailers, creators for producing and distributing so-called problematic content, they're waging a war against controversial themes like lolicon. Well, Japan is... I mean, what country produces the most lolicon and shotacon? Right? It would be Japan. I don't even know what this is from. But it's stuff like this, like legally it's questionable, morally it's disgusting, personally. I don't even want to say that part. I said this in the previous video, and like I said, man, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys will educate me on this. But there's times when people say censorship, right? And they want us to get the bandwagon together to fight against it, and when it might be for something else. Anyway, let's continue. For those unaware, lolicon refers to characters that are short, cute, designed to exude a sense of cuteness, innocence, distinct from chibi art styles, which have exaggerated proportions. But here's the kicker. Western Puritans have wormed their way into anime medium and can't resist throwing tantrums over Japanese creations. What? There's people actually defending lolicon? I mean, there are people actually defending lolicon. They're kids. They're depicted as kids. And they'll be like, well, it's drawings. But like, yes, I understand it's drawings. I understand it's illustrations. I get that. My thing is, if you get aroused by illustrations of kids in questionable ways and sexualized ways, what is that saying that you get off to? Right? That is a huge problem. It's very sick. It's very sick. Now, I could see an argument for it. I'm going to be careful. I'm going to try to be careful with this. We're like, and I don't agree with this argument. I'm just saying I could see an argument that if you allow that content to be produced and distributed, all that, maybe it will satiate the, I guess the need for, the urge for, I guess, real stuff. This is so sick. This is, I told you, man. It's not really anime and hentai that they're going after. It's lolicon. That's why it's select few sites that are losing that. It's not all anime and manga sites across the board. And you could still use Visa. I use Visa for purchasing things from Japan. Okay? I purchased, I was about to, but I purchased that weekly Playboy magazine for Japan. Use a Visa. Okay? So, well, I think that was MasterCard. But so don't tell me you can't do it. You can't. Okay? But, like, I'll see people, like, try to, like, oh, man, there's something else going on here. And you're getting roped into something, into defending something that I don't know I don't know if you want to really do that. Unless, is everyone cool with lolicon now? Is that what's going on here? Because Western Puritans who have wormed their way into the anime medium can't resist throwing tantrums over Japanese creations. It's just Japanese creations. The lolicon's just Japanese creations. Okay. And it's freedom of expression. Okay. These obsessed label lolicon fans as PDF files. I mean, you would be. By definition, a PDF file is someone who is attracted to kids. So if you find depictions, illustrations of kids in those ways to entice you in that way, then yeah, I hate to tell you, but you would fit the definition. A PDF file is not the same thing as someone who actually acted on it. Okay, people get the term that PDF file and I guess molester, like they get that confused sometimes. A PDF file is just saying they're attracted to depictions of little kids. This is so gross. This is so gross, man. This is what I see other YouTubers defending. This is. Wow. Okay. This is so hard for me to sum. Okay. These obsessives label lolicon fans as PDF files, equating such fictional characters to real life children, all in the name of censoring and banning what they personally dislike while dragging your name into the mud for being associated with the material. Yeah. Visa and MasterCard's crusade doesn't stop at lollies. Okay. That was the question I have, though. I had. Is there more to this? They have targeted other types of erotica, seen as the DL site failed attempts to appease these corporate overlords by tweaking genre tags. I wonder what sort of tags we're talking about. Only two. You know what, too? This isn't just happening to anime and manga. This is actually happening to adult sites, too. I don't know if you know this, but it's very real that the reason why you've seen certain sites talk about removing videos and certain adult websites in the news, possibly losing their processors and all that, is because they're going after them, too. I suppose people just want it all to be available. I guess we don't want a private company to tell what these other companies what they can and cannot do. Okay, yeah, I suppose, but that's what private. I mean, that's the other thing too, right? Oh, and I know it's a monopoly. You need them. Or you can find another processor. Well, good luck. Okay. All right. In the interview, the head of Visa Worldwide Japan outright admitted the company's goal is to purge such content entirely. That's what you're saying it is. When someone tells you what someone said, I want to hear what someone said. I want to hear it. I want to read it for myself. Don't tell me what they said. I have quotes protect the brand, and then in this paragraph, it changed to wants to purge what, adult content entirely? I want to know what he said. I want the exact words. I want the sound bite. Is there a clip? Why is there not a clip? What's this? When justifying pressuring distributors and businesses into submission with the threat of revoked licenses, claiming Japanese consumers buying Japanese-made doujinshi somehow damages their brand. Well, it depends on the doujinshi, doesn't it? or maybe it doesn't, right? Because some of you guys were like pro lolly, right? Some of you guys want them to be able to, yeah, you know what? Some of you guys are like, you know what, Visa, MasterCard, you know what? Just let the customers buy whatever content, whatever crazy content they could find on these sites. You know what? Anything. You know what? If it's a manga of like little kid, that's what some of you guys are saying, I think. And the hypocrisy is staggering. While platforms like OnlyFans, while exploiting real people, well, okay, but OnlyFans is not lolicon, is it? Is it? OnlyFans does have exploits going on there, for sure. But like, if they get busted for having minors on there, they could get in serious trouble. That's not the same thing, man. That is so dumb. Hypocrisy is hard to ignore. Visa's policies allow explicit material involving real individuals to thrive on Western platforms, but fictional works from Japanese artists, it's only particular artists, though. They act like it's everyone. It's only some people. And then they'll be like, oh, but if you don't defend those some people, the others could be targeted. It's like, yeah, I hear you on that. But I'm not going to be defending Lolicon. I am not going to be defending Lolicon or Shota. And the reason why I feel compelled to make this video is because I just want to be. I know this video is going to get dunked on, get mixed reactions like the other one. I just want to inform people because like you see these videos on YouTube and like they'll just read the headline and go off on it and not actually talk about what is really happening. They won't. And they won't really get into the thick of it, into the ugly of it. Okay? So if you want to defend this, what you are saying, okay? If you want to defend this, you are saying you are cool with Lolicon and you're cool with ShotaCon. That's what you're saying. I just want to just be on the same page. That's exactly what you're saying. Or maybe you'll be like, oh, no, I'm just saying, you're saying you'll defend it. I mean, I do see how it could be a slippery slope. I do see it's weird that, this person was not elected or anything, but he's going to tell the other people what to do, what not to do, their business practices. Okay, yeah. But the thing that they're going after is like very questionable and suspect material. That, let's be frank, Japan has a reputation of producing. That just is what it is. And what I'm saying is not very popular with certain people. But I just got to be real. If I was reading some Lolicon stuff and my wife walked in, I'd be divorced. And I'd probably not be able to be around my kids. Okay? There would be some serious questions. A serious consequence. Anyway, Kidney's remarks have drawn sharp criticism by the Japanese, especially whether or not someone personally approves of a certain content is irrelevant. The real issue is the overreach of the corporations that wield financial power as a means of cultural censorship by selectively banning the sale of legal media. Visa, MasterCard are effectively dictating what art and literature are permissible in a supposed free market. Okay. Yeah. Be like, well, it's legal. It's legal. Yeah, man. Sure. Yeah. Okay, cool. That makes it super duper. I mean, here you are in this gray area. And it's like, okay. Yeah. I guess the content is legal in Japan. But You know what it is, and you know, you know, it's morally wrong, and legally it's questionable, right? That's what you know. Just like this image here, this image right here. Yeah, this is it. This is where you are if you defend this. Okay, this is where you are. I mean, but like, it's just. So if I were to say, I agree that legally it's questionable and morally it's disgusting, and I hate it. I think it's disgusting, nasty. I guess I'll end this on this note here. Like, I don't like the censorship stuff. I don't like this content. I do find it to be very seedy, very suspect, and I have a lot of opinions about the people who consume it, especially on a regular basis. But if it's legal there in that country, and Visa, MasterCard want to be like the big players in that country, then they should probably go by those laws. That's my stance on that. So if you made it this far, I did move a little bit. I suppose. I guess. Think about this a little bit more. You might not like that. I would not come to terms. I would not agree with you guys about like having to defend that lolly and soda stuff. But what I could say is that, like I said, if the content is technically legal in Japan, then perhaps that they want to do business there, then they should probably just take care of those transactions. But there, of course, there could be some issues with that. While it's allowed in Japan, that sort of content may not be illegal in other countries. Especially the ones that I'm talking about, where it's like where the distinction between, man, that lolicon stuff, that soda stuff is like, dude, oh man, like if you, oh god, the whole defense about, oh, it's fictional characters, it's cartoons, like, but you know what it is. It's not a 5,000-year-old dragon. All right. Anyway, man, this is disgusting though. But the main thing I want you guys to know is just more about what's happening. All right. And understand that what you'd be defending on this. Okay. That's it. You guys let me know what you thought. What do you think about this? You'll have a good one. Try to. I think I'm going to have to. I don't know, man. I need to purge myself with some liquor after this, I think. Or not. I mean, pray to God. I don't know, man. I feel unclean after covering this. Oh, man. Y'all take it easy.